order is not there. Punishment has not been meted on individuals who have committed. A criminal is a criminal. Everyone who commits a crime should be prosecuted. That has not been done. So that is the issue. And this thing has been
but why
the
do you
one
think
in
it's
Benue
not being done?
Well, I think I really don't. Like I said, most of it is.
You don't want to get into the politics.
I don't want to get into the politics.
Right, I can understand that.
Yes.
But let me put it another way. Yeah. What is your sense of how best we should characterize what's going on in Benue State and the rest of that north central region? Are there still, should we still be calling them farmer-herder clashes, or should we now call it what it is, which is pure terrorism? Because the barbarity with which these crimes are carried out, the fury, it looks like something by Boko Haram or ISWAP.
So let me tell you, I think it's a lot. It's just a potpourri of all of them playing out together. And, criminals have a tendency to want to work together. So you can't rule that out.
But if you don't call it terrorism, I don't mean to interrupt you, then you're not going to get the kind of resources you need to really tackle it. If you keep calling it farmer-herder clashes, it looks like it's kind of community skirmishes. When this appears to be a much bigger thing.
There's a lot. We have the herders in it, we have the kidnappers in it, we have the criminals in it, we have the terrorists, everybody is playing a part in it.
And you're mobilizing for all
that together, because we have to deal with them all at the same time. And the way it is that we have different challenges in different regions, and this is peculiar. Like I said, historically it's gone back, way back, and it started in the past. If a cow enters a farm and damages a farm, the cow is arrested or caught, compensation and paid, or if they kill an animal.
Now let's actually stop there. Now I want you to watch that video again. Did you see how Musa is actually running away from the question of if the herdsmen should be called terrorists? He is actually trying to avoid calling these people terrorists. This is the same Musa who is always first to call the IPOB, the ESN, the Simon Ekpa, BDF, and the rest of them a terrorist people. If you see the way he's calling them, if you want me to bring another video of how Musa was calling these people terrorists. Now, herdsmen, Fulani herdsmen terrorists, that we all know their activities from Benue State, from Plateau State, from Enugu State, currently they're in Anambra. I'm coming to give you update happening in Anambra right now. For the past 1 week, Anambra has been going through a lot of severe attack, and this information you'll be getting it immediately after this analysis, because anybody who is in Anambra needs to know what is happening. If your people is in Anambra, try as much as possible to share this video to them, after watching it, because, even the greater one is coming to Anambra State. If something is not done, we'll continue to share this video to the Biafran Defense Forces, the resistance fighters, and the rest of them get the information. And we are going to blame the governor of Anambra State for all these activities and insecurity happening in Anambra State, but we'll come back to that. Now, did you see the way Musa is trying to dodge the question of the herdsman being called a terrorist? Because he doesn't want to step on the toes of his paymasters. Baba is trying to, clarify a simple thing. The interviewer, that is the Arise guy that was asking him the question, made it clear that these people are terrorists. Let's just call them terrorists. And Musa is running away from me. He even had to categorize them. He called some bandits, some terrorists, some herdsmen. No, they are all the same. They are all the same because their activities are the same. Genocidal attacks here and there from these people, and you continue to defend a people that have been buying innocent people in Biafran land. No, Musa is just an evil person, and like that, officer clarified Musa's activities, That is why they are looking for him and they declared him wanted. He said he acts as if he's a good person, but it's a lie. He's working for the zoo government, and we've seen that over and over again, because you continue to call for the immediate unaliving of innocent people in Biafran land. You continue to send in troops all over. You continue to provide them with all the necessary equipments and weaponry, as if the greatest war is happening there. When we keep on telling you people that the kind of war that is happening in Biafran land is as if the kind that is happening, that just finished happening in Ukraine and the rest of these countries. You must understand that there is a huge WAR happening in Biafran land. Until you know this, then you will start believing what we keep on telling you, on our channel. Now, let us go straight up to the issue of the Anambra state and then the insecurity that has continued to ravage Anambra in the past few days. Confusion over number of deaths as gunmen joint task force exchange fire in Ekulobia. Now, the Biafran Defense Forces clarified that they have no business with this attack in Ekulobia. But let us go straight up to the news in detail. There is growing confusion over the number of deaths and casualties in Ekulobia, Agwata, local government area of Anambra State, following the exchange of gunfire between government and the Joint Task Force on Security this Wednesday morning. It happened day before yesterday. Government has stormed the Ekulobia flyover at around 8:30 a.m., shooting indiscriminately, which led to the scampering by residents of the area. Why the gun welding men continue them operation at the flyover, a detachment of the Security Joint Task Force comprising the police, army, and the Agone Chamber security squad took on them, which lasted for about an hour. It was gathered that 4 persons were unalive, which includes gunmen and the members of the public, while a Sienna car belonging to the vigilante groups was burned and Agwata police station was also attacked. But the police command dismissed the unaliving of 4 persons, contending that 2 unsuspected members of the public were unalive. It further reported that one of the gunmen was neutralized and vehicles and arms recovered from the gunmen while escaping from the superior force of the operatives. According to the police public relations officer SP Tochukwu Ikenga, the incident recorded a fatal gunshot injury on 2 unsuspecting members of the public and the burning of a security vehicle. Anambra police-led security force contained a shooting incident in the early hours of today at Oko and Ekulobia flyover, Agwata local government area, and more incidents of insecurity has continued to come in Anambra State, resulting to the lives of innocent people. But that is not the dicey part. Now, let me give you the dicey information that is currently making a lot of people scared. And that is the information of the planned attack by the Fulani herdsmen. Now, the incident from a source, actually undisclosed source, has come out that Fulani herdsmen are planning on attacking Anambra State. As I'm talking to you, in fact, a popular politician clarified that Anambra is almost being taken by the herders. And if something is not done as quickly as possible, it might become too late. God forbid, we might actually be seeing the kind of thing that is happening in Benue State, happening in some part of Anambra State. That is why this information needs to go viral to as many people as possible, so that the right authorities in Biafran land, I'm not talking about the government, because the government are complicit of this whole thing happening in Biafran land, this whole insecurity, they are complicit of it. So please help us to share this information to as Biafrans as possible, so that the right authorities, Biafran Defense Forces, will know what is being planned against the people of Biafra. Thank you once again for joining us on this wonderful YouTube channel. Make sure you share our video and make this news go viral. Chukwugozie again.